19 teams from across Duval County are ready to battle for academic achievement. Who will emerge victorious? Stay tuned. It's Brain Brawl in its 15th year of competition. Presented by the Duval County Public Schools. Dr. Larry L. Zinke, Superintendent. Now, here is your host, Tom Welch.
With only 11 teams left in competition, today's match is between schools Terry Parker and Mandarin High School. Let's meet the teams. First for Terry Parker, we have Aaron Trevelyan, Robin Nicoletti. The captain is Jenny Carlson and Leng Bang. From Mandarin, Robert Schickler, Amy Fulton, Captain Jason Barrett, and Zach Vickery. Terry Parker's team is coached by Susan Fitzgerald and Dave Golly, and Mandarin's team is coached by David Debs. Our officials from the IBM Corporation are Kathy McBride, Pat Leatham, and Mike Pinelli. And IBM will be donating a computer to the school that wins our overall competition. Let's review the rules. A toss-up is worth 4 points and a bonus 10 points, but you must answer the toss-up correctly in order to try for the bonus. If I'm interrupted by a member of either team during the reading of a toss-up, I'll stop and ask for an answer. If that answer is incorrect, 2 points will be awarded to the opposing team's score, and that team will have the opportunity to answer the question when I repeat it. You have 5 seconds to answer a toss-up and 20 seconds to answer a bonus. With the rules down, teams, good luck. Here's your first toss-up. What was the Greek name for the goddess Diana? Amy. No. Terry Parker, do you have an answer? Aaron?
Artemis.
Artemis is correct. The bonus is worth 2 points each or 10 points for all four. Tell whether each of the following does or does not determine y as a function of x. First, x squared plus y squared equals 4. Second, x minus y squared equals 0. Third, x squared y minus x squared plus 4y equals 0. And finally, x plus y squared equals 9. For 2 points each or 10 points for all four, tell whether each of the following does or does not determine y as a function of x. X squared plus y squared equals 4. X minus y squared equals 0. X squared y minus x squared plus 4y equals 0. And finally, x plus y squared equals 9.
Does for number 3. No for the rest.
That's correct for 10 points. Another toss-up. Name the type of politics which advocates the practical application of power to achieve state goal. Jason?
Machiavellian.
Yes, that's correct. The bonus is worth 4 points each or 10 points for both. Identify what quantity each of the following formulas is used to find. First, change in velocity divided by change in time. And second, work out divided by work in times 100. For 4 points each or 10 points for both, identify what quantity each of the following formulas is used to find. In the first, it's change in velocity divided by change in time. And the second is work out divided by work in times 100.
Number 1's acceleration, number 2's efficiency.
Correct. You'll need your pencils for this toss-up. If y divided by -4 equals -3, what is the value of 6? Jason?
12.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. That's a 2-point penalty. I'll repeat the question for Parker. If y divided by -4 equals -3, what is the value of 6y? Lang?
18.
No, that's incorrect. 72. Another toss-up. The temperature of the Earth's crust increases at the rate of about 1 degree Celsius for every how many meters in depth? Jason?
10.
No. Parker? Aaron?
5.
40. Toss-up. With whose funeral does Homer end the Iliad? Amy?
Achilles.
No, that's incorrect. Terry Parker? Aaron?
Hector.
Hector is correct. The bonus is worth 4 points each or 10 points for both. Listen to the following statement made by an Indian chief after 75 days of fighting the U.S. cavalry across 1,321 miles of mountains. From where the sun now stands, I will fight no more forever. First, who was the Indian chief? And second, of what tribe was he chief? For 4 points each or 10 points for both, listen to the following statement made by an Indian chief after 75 days of fighting the U.S. cavalry across 1,321 miles of mountains. From where the sun now stands, I will fight no more forever. Who was that chief and of what tribe?
The Apache tribe. Chief is Geronimo.
Chief Joseph of the Nez Perce. Another toss-up. In ancient Egypt, who kept records and controlled the activities of the craftsmen by fostering the specialization of their skills? Jason?
The scribes.
Yes. The bonus is worth 4 points each, or 10 points for both. In Dante's Divine Comedy, who guides Dante through first, hell and purgatory, and second, heaven or paradise? For 4 points each, or 10 points for both. In Dante's Divine Comedy, who guides Dante through hell and purgatory for your first answer, and heaven or paradise for your second?
The archangel for both.
Virgil for the first, Beatrice for the second, for no points. You need your pencils. Find the 10th term of the sequence, 6, 8, 10, 12. Jason?
24.
Yes. The bonus is worth 10 points. Keep those pencils up. Given the equation x cubed plus 2x squared minus 3x minus 6 equals 0, and that negative 2 is a root of the equation, find the other roots for 10 points. Given the equation x cubed plus 2x squared minus 3x minus 6 equals 0, and that negative 2 is a root of the equation, find the other roots.
Two and 0.
No, square root of 3 and the negative square root of 3 for no points. Toss up. Name the late 14th century or early 15th century scientist who developed what is known today as the scientific method. Jason? No, went blank on that one. Terry Parker, anybody? Robin?
Bacon.
Galileo. Another toss-up. What Norwegian composer wrote the Peer Gynt suites? Jenny?
Edvard Grieg.
That's correct. The bonus is worth 4 points each, or 10 points for both. Identify the tropism or nastic movement associated with first, a house plant becomes bent toward the intense light entering a window, and second, when touched, the mimosa's leaflets fold upward and the main petiole drops. For 4 points each, or 10 points for both. Identify the tropism or nastic movement associated with first, a house plant becomes bent toward the intense light entering a window, and second, when touched, the mimosa's leaflets fold upward and the main petiole drops.
Number 1, phototropism.
Thigmonasty for the second, but phototropism does earn you 4 points. Another toss-up. What was the first representative law-making body in North America? Zach?
The House of Burgesses?
Yes, sir. The bonus is worth 4 points each, 10 points for both. Name 2 of the 3 members of the first triumvirate of Rome. For 4 points each, or 10 points for both. Name 2 of the 3 members of the first triumvirate of Rome.
Caesar and Pompey.
And Crassus was the third, and that's 10 points. Toss up, you need your pencils. What is the slope of the line 5x minus 25y equals 8? Lang?
The fifth.
Yes, sir. Bonus is worth 2 points each, or 10 points for all 4. Name the plays by Tennessee Williams that contain the following characters. First, Jim O'Connor. Second, Stanley Kowalski. Third, Maggie the Cat. And fourth, Amanda Wingfield. For 2 points each, or 10 points for all 4, name the plays by Tennessee Williams that contain the following characters. Jim O'Connor, Stanley Kowalski, Maggie the Cat, and Amanda Wingfield.
We have A Streetcar Named Desire for the first 2, and The Glass Menagerie for the last 2.
Glass Menagerie is correct for the last one. Also, it would be for the first one. The second is A Streetcar Named Desire, and third is A Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. That's 2 correct, Judge? 2 correct for 4 points. Toss up. What do we call the apparent motion of stars when viewed from different points in the Earth's orbit? Aaron?
Parallax shift?
Yes. The bonus is 4 points each, or 10 points for both. Name the author and the book on which is based the Broadway play South Pacific. For 4 points each, or 10 points for both, name the author and the book on which is based the Broadway play South Pacific.
Mutiny on the Bounty.
It's James Michener's Tales of the South Pacific for no points. Another toss-up. Give the title of T.S. Eliot's poetic drama, which deals with the murder of Archbishop Thomas à Becket. Jason?
Murder in the Cathedral.
Yes. The bonus is worth 4 points each, or 10 points for both. The cosine of alpha equals 12/13ths, and the sine of alpha is less than 0. First, what is the value of the sine of alpha? And second, in which quadrant does alpha lie? For 4 points each, or 10 points for both. The cosine of alpha equals 12/13ths, and the sine of alpha is less than 0. First, what is the value of the sine of alpha? And second, in which quadrant does alpha lie?
5/13. The third.
It's negative 5/13ths, and it's in the fourth quadrant for no points. That's the end of the first round. Before we look at the score, let's meet the team members from Terry Parker High School. First, we have Aaron Trevelyan. Aaron's a senior, member of the National Honor Society. In addition, Aaron is captain of the cross-country team. Next is Robin Nicoletti. Robin is a senior and is active in the Art Honor Society and the National Honor Society. She's also on the Baptist Medical Center Auxiliary Board. The team captain, Jenny Carlson, is a senior and president of Chamber Singers and treasurer of the National Honor Society. And finally, Ling Bang is a senior, president of the National Honor Society, and he enjoys playing soccer. Those are the team members from Terry Parker High School. Let's take a look at the score. And it's tied at 40. Parker 40 and Mandarin 40. Let's continue now with round two. The rules remain the same. Both teams elected to stay with their starting lineups. Let's continue. Which early culture was the first to use the decimal point, the minus sign, the zero, and the Jason?
The Aztecs.
No, that's incorrect, and a 2-point penalty. Which early culture was the first to use the decimal point, the minus sign, the zero, and the so-called Arabic numbers? Aaron?
The Sumerian.
No, India. Keep your pencils up for this toss-up. What is the equation of a circle in standard form having the center at 3, -2, and radius 2? Aaron?
X minus 3 quantity squared plus y plus 2 quantity squared equals 4.
That's correct. As long as you keep on going, we'll let you finish the question. The bonus is worth 2 points each, or 10 points for all four. Identify the following associated with geography. First, a group of many islands. Second, a narrow strip of land connecting two larger portions of land. Third, a ridge of rock, sand, or coral at or near the surface of the water. And fourth, a chain of mountains. For 2 points each, or 10 points for all four, identify the following associated with geography. The first is a group of many islands. The second, a narrow strip of land connecting two larger portions of land. Third, a ridge of rock, sand, or coral at or near the surface of the water. And finally, a chain of mountains.
Number 1, archipelago. Number 2, isthmus. Number 3, shoal. And number 4, range.
I have reef for the third, but the other three are correct for 6 points. Another toss-up. What do we call two or more forces that have lines of action that pass through the same point? Aaron?
Concurrent.
Yes. The bonus is worth 4 points each, or 10 points for both. Thor, the god of thunder, possessed 3 precious things. Name any 2 of them. For 4 points each, or 10 points for both. Thor, the god of thunder, possessed 3 precious things. Name any 2 of them.
Lightning and thunderbolt, something. Lightning and fire.
No, he had a hammer, a belt of strength, and iron gloves for no points. In this toss-up, name the American who painted the realistic image called Snap the Whip from the post-Civil War period. Jason?
Winslow Homer.
Yes, sir. Bonus is worth 10 points. The square of a positive number added to 3 times the number is 40. What is the number? For 10 points. The square of a positive number added to 3 times the number is 40. What is the number?
Five.
That's correct. Toss up. Name the 16th century English author of Utopia. Lang.
Sir Thomas More.
Yes, sir. The bonus is worth 4 points each, or 10 points for both. In physics, what term refers to first the amount of matter in a body, and second the gravitational force exerted on a body by the Earth? For 4 points each, or 10 points for both. In physics, what term refers to first the amount of matter in a body, and second the gravitational force exerted on a body by the Earth?
Number 1, we have mass, and number 2, weight.
So do I. 10 points. Toss up. With which American president do we associate the motto, to make the world safe for democracy? Jason?
Woodrow Wilson.
Yes, sir. The bonus is worth 2 points each, 10 points for all four. Name the European country that controlled the following Southeast Asian areas at the beginning of World War I. First, Vietnam. Second, Burma. Third, Malay states. And fourth, Java. For 2 points each, or 10 points for all four, name the European country that controlled the following Southeast Asian areas at the beginning of World War I. First, Vietnam. Second, Burma. Third, the Malay states. And fourth, Java.
Number 1's France. Number 4's Britain.
The first was indeed France, Great Britain for Burma, and the Malay states and the Netherlands for Java, so we have one correct for 2 points. You need your pencils for this toss-up. What is the length of a longer leg of a 30, 60, 90 triangle if the length of the hypotenuse is 18? Leng?
9.
No, that's incorrect. Mandarin? Jason?
6 radical 3.
No, it's 9 radical 3. 9 radical 3. Another toss-up. What type of hormone controls plant tropism? Those are called auxins. What was Swift's proposal in a Robin?
That the Irish should eat their children.
Raise children to be sold for food. Okay, we'll accept that one. That's terrible. The bonus is worth 4 points each, or 10 points for both. Odysseus sailed between what two hazards? For 4 points each, or 10 points for both. Odysseus sailed between what two hazards?
The Symplegades and the Sirens.
Scylla and Charybdis is what we have for no points. Toss up. Who led the Protestant Reformation in Scotland? Jason?
John Calvin.
No, that's incorrect. Robin?
John Knox.
John Knox is correct. The bonus is worth 4 points each, or 10 points for both. A famous 17th century Dutch artist used a technique of controlling light and shadow by providing illumination sources such as candles within his artworks. Name first the artist and second the technical term for the control of light and shadow that he used. For 4 points each, or 10 points for both. A famous 17th century Dutch...
We have an answer. Number 1, Rembrandt, and number 2, chiaroscuro.
That's correct. Toss up and you need your pencils. What is the value of the determinant for the denominator, symbolized by a capital D, in solving this system, 4x minus 2y equals 5 and 6x plus 3y equals 1 by Cramer's rule? Time is up. The answer is 24. Toss up. What name is given to any chemical reaction that involves the loss of one or more electrons by an atom or ion? Zach?
Reduction.
No, that's incorrect. Terry Parker? Aaron?
Oxidation.
Oxidation is what we're looking for. The bonus is worth 10 points. State in standard form the equation of a parabola with vertex at point 23 and focus at point 24 for 10 points. State in standard form the equation of a parabola with vertex at point 23 and focus at point 24. Your time is up. In standard form, that's x minus 2 quantity squared equals 4 times the quantity of y minus 3 for no points. What dance form for this toss-up, usually written in 3/4 time, was popularized by Johann Strauss? Jenny?
Minuet.
No, that's incorrect, and a 2-point penalty. What dance form, usually written in 3/4 time, was popularized by Johann Strauss? Jason?
The waltz.
The waltz is correct. Bonus is worth 4 points each, or 10 points for both. Identify each of the following associated with hydrogen. First, the source of hydrogen used in photosynthesis to reduce CO2 as it is incorporated into organic molecules. And second, the form of hydrogen, which is radioactive. For 4 points each, or 10 points for both, identify each of the following associated with hydrogen. In the first, the source of hydrogen used in photosynthesis to reduce CO2 as it is incorporated into organic molecules. And second, the form of hydrogen, which is radioactive.
Number 1's water. Number 2's tritium.
That's correct. Toss up. Name the American poet who is best known for his short character studies, as in the poems Hector Kane, Mr. Flood's Party, and Luke Havergal. Jason?
Longfellow.
No. Does Terry Parker have an answer? Robin?
Robinson.
That's correct. Bonus is worth 4 points each, or 10 points for both. The Society of Friends was founded in England in 1647. First, who founded this religious sect? And second, by what other name do we know this group? For 4 points each, or 10 points for both?
Do we have an answer? For the first, William Penn, and the second, Quakers.
It's Quakers, but it's George Fox, so one correct for 4 points. In this toss-up, name the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court when the Dred Scott decision was made. Roger? Robert?
Roger B. Taney.
That's correct. The bonus is worth 2 points each, or 10 points for all four. Name the authors of the poems which begin with these lines. First, I will arise now and go to Innisfree. Second, we are the hollow men. Third, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? And fourth, go and catch a falling star. For 2 points each, or 10 points for all four, name the authors of the poems which begin with these lines. I will arise now and go to Innisfree, for the first. We are the hollow men, for the second. The third is, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? And finally, go and catch a falling star.
Number 3's Keats. The rest are Browning.
Yeats for the first, T.S. Eliot for the second, Shakespeare for the third, and John Donne for the fourth, for no points. And that's the end of the second round. Before we check the score, let's meet the team players from Mandarin. First, we have Robert Schickler. Robert's a senior and an avid sports fan, especially for the Chicago Bulls. He's interested in science and aspires to become a chemical engineer after graduating from the University of Florida, and Robert can't wait to graduate. Amy Fulton. Amy is a senior member of the varsity golf team. She's active in various Latin Club events and is the Region 4 president for Latin. Upon graduation, Amy is planning to attend Bates College in Maine. Team captain Jason Barrett is a junior interested in ancient history. He enjoys playing basketball and listening to alternative music. Jason plans to attend the University of Florida and major in history and become active in politics and the government. And finally, Zach Vickery. Zach enjoys tennis and baseball. His favorite subjects are science and government. He plans to attend college and have a career in the science field, perhaps in chemistry. And those are the team players from Mandarin High School. Let's check that score again. Terry Parker has 100 points. Mandarin has 80 points. Parker has elected to substitute, and Mike Khalil has joined his team as team captain. We now proceed on to our lightning round. As you know, this is a series of toss-up questions worth 4 points if answered correctly, and 4 points for the opposing team if answered incorrectly. The lightning round lasts 2 minutes or 25 questions, whichever comes first. Here we go. Within what cell structure would you find Christy? Aaron?
Chloroplast.
No, mitochondria. What is another name for a rectangular coordinate system? Cartesian coordinate system. What king of England went on the Third Crusade? Jason?
Richard.
Yes. What city is the setting for all of the works by James Joyce? Ling?
Dublin.
Yes. What is an insoluble substance which forms in a solution called? Jason?
Precipitate.
Yes. What is the fundamental period of the secant? Mike?
2 pi.
Yes. What is the smallest local unit in political party structure? That's the precinct. What famous cartoonist drew the modern Santa Claus? Jason?
Rockwell.
No, Thomas Nast. What is another name for the buccal cavity? Jason?
The mouth.
Yes. What is the union of the natural numbers in zero? Jason?
Integers.
No, whole numbers. With what religion do we associate the Torah? Jason?
Judaism.
Yes. Who wrote Come Blow Your Horn and Barefoot in the Park? That's Neil Simon. What is the symbol for vanadium? Robert?
V.
Yes. What name is given to a point which separates a line segment into 2 equal parts? Robert?
Bisector.
No, midpoint. In what present-day country was the explorer Ferdinand Magellan killed? Mike?
Philippines.
Yes. Who wrote Of Mice and Men? Jason?
Steinbeck.
Yes. Name the myriapod that has 1 pair of legs per body segment. Jason?
Centipede.
Yes. What term is used to describe 3 or more ratios that are equal? That is an extended proportion. What was the Roman marketplace called? Amy?
The Forum.
Yes. Who wrote Cantos? That is Ezra Pound. What do we call a whirlpool of water moving in a circular... Jason.
Eddie.
Yes. What is the length of a side of a square whose diagonal is 36? That is 18 radical 2. And that's the end of our lightning round. Let's check the final score. Terry Parker has 124 points. Mandarin has 120 points. Coming down to one final lightning round question, a very close match, well played by both teams. As you know, a team stays in competition until it's lost twice, so we'll see Terry Parker again, their next opponent being Sandalwood, and we congratulate Mandarin on a job well done as they retire from competition. This is Tom Welsh. Thanks a lot for joining us. We hope to see you again soon on Brawl. In the meantime, remember, in Duval County, education's a family affair.